Hello everyone, Donna Spencer with Lucra Journeys here with another port review. Today I thought we would go over the beautiful port of Grand Turk. In Grand Turk, the official currency is the US dollar, with many banks and ATMs giving cash advances. There is, unfortunately, no bartering in the pier port area in the stores there, and they do take all major credit cards as well. Grand Turk, with its largest settlement, Cockburn Town, is the Turks and Caicos capital. The island itself, however, is just a smidge short of 7 miles. It's dotted with the remains of salt ponds and windmills from the island's salt mine industry, prevalent in the 17th and 18th century. The 19th century Grand Turk Lighthouse is perched on a rocky bluff in the north. Beaches, which ring the island with clear water, are also home to wild donkeys and horses. The terrain, as you can see, is very, very flat, with the occasional hill to break things up a bit. The average temperature ranges between 85 and 90 degrees from June to October, with an occasional 90s in the late summer months. Between November and May, the temperature ranges about 80 to 84 degrees, with trade winds keeping everything very, very comfortable. Their economy relies predominantly on tourism, with real estate coming in with a close second, and the exportation of seafood also helping with the economy. Tipping is normally at about 15% and is very acceptable and appreciated on the island. However, as a public health announcement or public service announcement, public nudity is illegal anywhere on the island, just in case you were wondering. There is a place to get your passport stamped. It's at the post office in the pier port area, which also happens to be next to the police station or police office. However, you can only get it stamped from Monday to Saturday because they're closed on Sunday, which happened to be the day we were there. There are a number of stores in the area that have pharmaceutical items, but I saw no actual pharmacy to be had in the immediate area. Golf cart rentals are advertised and appear to be within walking distance of the pier port area, but it was not something that I saw for myself. If you start to travel north on what I believe to be Airport Road, at least that's what it's labeled once you get north of the airport, then you can come across a couple of vehicle rental companies. But the reality of it is, if you want to do anything outside of the excursions offered by the cruise lines, you have to get into town proper, which can be quite a bit of a walk if the maps are to be believed. Buys a tram ride of the island so that you can get a much better idea of what's available before you make any definitive decisions. When we were there, a lot of the area was still shut down due to COVID. As you have probably noticed, the entire island is ringed with a beach, so beach access is extremely easy to walk to. It's only a 390-foot walk on the pier from the berthed ship into the pier port area, and then you can either go east or west, depending on what you want, and find yourself a beach of your choice, whether you want rocky so that you can see things or you want smooth and fun for sunbathing and swimming. As previously mentioned, the entire island is ringed with beaches, so there is plenty of free play places for children. The parents can walk their children right off of the ship and right down to the beach. On top of that, in Margaritaville, there is also a flow rider ride, which is that surfing simulator ride that everybody really seems to enjoy. Located on the south side of the Grand Turk cruise area is a free exhibit, Splashdown Grand Turk, that has a number of replicas of a number of the unique equipment used for the Mercury program from NASA. A scaled 20-foot tall Atlas rocket, a full-size, three-dimensional replica of John Glenn in a spacesuit, and a replica of the Friendship 7 capsule that splashed into the Atlantic a few miles from Grand Turk in 1962. Storyboards at the exhibit will give you more detail on the area and the Mercury program itself. And although it is a great place to take children, it is not a play area. Climbing and touching any of the exhibits is strongly discouraged. Restrooms, at least in the Pier Park area, are evenly spread and very clean and very nice. Although Grand Turk is not as exciting and built up as a number of ports, depending on the atmosphere of the cruise that you're on, Grand Turk can either be a great party port or it can be an extremely relaxing port for you to just spend the day lounging on the beach. All the way up there.
Are you really gonna go up? You did.
Here we go. I'm just gonna keep going until we get through this. On a rocky bluff in the north. Yeah, I almost got through the whole sentence there. Did you see that? It's just 2 sentences. I should be able to say 2 sentences. Parents can walk their children right off the beach and right off the beach. Don't do that. Don't walk them off the beach.